All three are rolling this week.
Is that the new intro?
That's the intro.
Are
just
you
to make
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
You
all
see
you
your
can,
three red lines?
you can all hear us in here.
Yep.
Cool.
Can you even hear it?
I can't get lyrics.
Shut
Well,
up, Siri.
I could hear you last time because it was still monitoring you, I guess.
See, that's really weird.
Oh.
What's weird?
When it starts recording, it should only monitor the ones that are recording.
You can turn off what you want to monitor.
In a studio setting, like audio mixers on the spot you can solo somebody's mic. So while you're recording, I'm in a separate booth. I can say like, "Hey, Adriano, start talking in your mic now," because I want to test it, and I'll be on a solo feed, so it doesn't get fed into the live program. But then the audio mixer can still hear both of them.
Oh.
Man, in a mixing board, there's just wires going. You can do whatever combination you want.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Welcome to Day One Pass Podcast, episode 247. Adrian Petty,
Hi.
Matt Lawrence.
It is.
I'm Ryan Johnson.
It is.
Some of the top stories, we got some more rumors, but heading in a different direction now for Assassin's Creed. Borderlands 3, the boss, what's his name? Give me his name.
Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford, yeah, thank you.
I thought that was a fake name that you just said.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was fake. It sounded fake.
He talked about how the review bombing on Steam is what could possibly drive him to not have his games on Steam again.
That's pretty good.
I hope they don't like that. We'll talk about it when the story comes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it really pisses me off. Fuck, people are so dumb.
Matt, one of your dreams might be coming true. The Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold might be becoming.
You're getting a little bit too fired up there, but
might be in one subscription. Although that doesn't include your Office 365 or other Microsoft services.
or where the hell's my Windows key?
What do you want with the Windows key?
What do you need a Windows?
I
key
want
for?
a few Windows keys that can just activate different computers.
You just want multiple Windows keys?
I want to just pay Microsoft $60 a month and just leave me alone
And just have Windows forever.
and just have everything they have.
60 a month.
And I get all their shit forever and just leave me alone.
60 a month.
I probably
Well, that
pay
includes
them.
Office 365, Gold, Game Pass.
But also, if you're looking for keys, do you have old Windows 7 keys that you have that you're not using anymore? Just use those.
I think I upgraded those. Those are the ones I'm using now to Windows 10.
But just if you have Windows 7, 8, or 8.1, you can use those as Windows 10 keys.
This baby's running my my Mohawk College Windows key.
Like
Nice.
my whole point is I just want I just don't want to be bothered. Like the licenses are so easy to handle in Office 365. I just should do it with Windows. I'll just pay you a whole bunch of money and just leave me alone.
With the amount of subscriptions that are starting to exist, it would be nice to just bundle them and see them as just one charge. You know what I mean?
There's an app that manages them now.
Because just every month I get got my Apple Music one coming in, my Xbox one coming in, my PlayStation one coming in,
Your YouTube Premium.
YouTube Premium, yeah. So
I downloaded a news app today and it was like you need to pay $6.49 a month, and I didn't even read the first article. I just deleted the app.
So yeah, that'll be hopefully coming. And finally, another dream of yours, Matt. Online PSN ID changes finally in effect.
More sounds like a nightmare.
It's a weird quasi thing. We got a list of games that have issues. Some bad, some good. I mean, no issues good, but some are worse than the others. So that's what we got. Kind of a short thing. So Matt, if you can think of a query corner question for us, let us know.
I think we need to refresh that name.
That's the name that people chose.
No, that's it. That's incorrect. Unless I'm not people, I did not.
What do you
choose
want it to be?
Philosophical corner, but I think that needs to be refreshed too.
The problem with philosophical corner is it's not.
I was in
we're
the corner. I used to
talking-
sit in that corner.
Correct.
And then we
Well, that was
rearranged
a long
the
time
room.
ago. Oh my god,
We rearranged. It wasn't that long ago.
that was years ago.
It was like a year and a half.
That was years ago.
Year and a half.
No, that was multiple years ago.
I mean, I don't have a
3.
timeline, so I can't exactly prove
Potentially
you wrong.
3 years ago.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I'm giving you a no on the charts.
at least 2,
Maybe 2. I'll give you maybe 2.
but I think it's 3.
Probably a year and a half away.
All right, we're not getting anywhere there.
I told you, we don't. None of us have numbers, so it's like.
So, what's new, guys? First of all, Matt, I don't think you've seen it.
Maybe.
Star Wars Episode 9 teaser was released
Oh
today.
no, I don't care about that.
It was a doozy. A good doozy.
Good old Star Wars fatigue setting in. Is that the doozy?
No, I got pretty pumped today.
Really?
I wanted to rush home and read my books and comics and stuff. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't do any of this. I don't read news. I don't look at the YouTube stuff.
Why not?
It's just because it's another thing to do, and I just don't do it. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird. I've never really thought of it until E3 started to die. That like, where am I going to get my game news? You guys tell me, but that's about it. Like, it's weird.
You said you even tried looking at some websites and you just
Because I went through and I was like, this is just nonsense. And then I feel weird scrolling past articles. I'm like, shouldn't I be reading these? And then
I don't
was like,
read everything.
But like, I feel weird skipping them, and then I don't want to like read the whole article, but then I'm missing things. So I'm just like, you know what? I just don't. I'm out then. Like it's weird. It's a weird problem.
Actually, the IGN app's pretty nice. Like if you go into an article and like say you read half of it, when you go back out, it will give you a percentage. It'll say, oh, you only read 50% of this. And so you can actually go back in later and read the rest of it.
So I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to go back. Like, because I would forget what's in the beginning, then I'd have to go back and read the whole.
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's just saying this is an unfinished article you didn't finish.
And what's really weird is that people always say like, oh, just use Reddit. Reddit always seems to have like a different
Priority of news.
priority. Yeah, it's like it's not algorithmic. It's like user curated.
Mm-hmm.
So weird things bubble to the top, and
Right.
things that like IGN and them aren't reporting. Like you'll see like the biggest story ever on Reddit that day. Sometimes, like I mean, sometimes it's the same, but sometimes it'll be like some sort of big controversial thing. You go to like IGN or whoever, and it's not even in their top pick. Like they have an article about it, but it's not in their top thing. Some places don't even have doesn't have an article about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird. It's weird. Like I don't have any other ways to describe it.
This is typically why I like traditional media, though, just because, yes, they can control narratives and that can have its own negative effects. But for the most part, at least through history, in short-term history, I guess, they kind of decide what's more important. I found a lot of people freak out about stuff that's not that important, especially online communities like Reddit. Like they'll think something's some big controversy, but it actually isn't.
Yeah, there's some weird like
Like Twitter freaks out about stuff that no one really cares about. You can poll 1,000 people in your local town and no one really cares about it. But because Twitter's exploding,
it's
everyone
almost like a
goes
comment
nuts.
section, like a
Yeah.
really strange, like isolated comment section.
Yeah, so I never take Twitter really seriously about stuff they freak out over.
Yeah, it's
Although they were freaking out over the Star Wars Episode 9 teaser today.
there you go.
That was pretty good.
People always say that they like Twitter news. What do they mean by Twitter news? Like you go over
If
the
you go to the Discovery page, they have, I guess.
that's what they're talking about.
I guess
Most
so.
of that stuff's
But-
nonsense.
I also just use it. I follow like news outlets and they tweet stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a nice way to look at news.
Sometimes I notice that I haven't like checked my personal Twitter account in, like a week.
Yeah, you don't comment back to my messages.
Like I'm just getting old. Like I think that's what's going on. Like
All right, Adriana, what's new? What's new over there? What are you finding out?
We'll go with after the show. Played some Endgame, finished Division
Well,
with an asterisk.
you finished the main story,
yeah,
I guess.
with you guys. And then something very unsatisfying happened.
no, like all right.
What?
So much so that you wanted to restart the game just to play the beginning again.
No,
on
just on the
PC.
PC.
No. I also just want. I wish we had gone to PC from the beginning, but that's besides the point.
I feel like that's not true. Because I feel like you would have been pushing for it then, and you weren't.
I
But,
beginning.
but also, you were concerned about the...
Oh wait. Do you mean the beginning of Division 2?
Yeah.
I think I meant the beginning of PS4.
No. I'm talking about I even said like, oh guys, how about we swap over to the Division to PC? And then you're like, oh, Aaron's already pre-ordered it for PlayStation, and we found out he has a fucking free code for PC anyway. And you guys got it for free, and I would have been willing to buy it.
But Matt is worried that both yours and Aaron's PCs might not be able to run it too well.
Yeah, Aaron might not be able to run it that well, and I don't know. Mine maybe now, but so I upgraded the card and the GPU, but I don't know.
I mean, your processor's old, but it can't be that. You bought a good processor at the time, though, so I imagine it could still...
I mean,
run it pretty well.
ask a PC guy about my processor; they'll say it's garbage.
Yeah, of course.
But then again, I've never maxed it out,
Right.
or like I mean maybe once or twice, but like it's not a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
You could use some new RAM. I hear those
I'm not-
AMD cards.
I just replaced a RAM stick. I'm not doing that.
Just
No
sell
chance.
It. Fucking sell it on Kijiji.
Yeah, I
Facebook
know.
Marketplace.
There you go.
Don't I gotta go meet someone then?
Yes.
To tell them I'll ship it to them.
You
I'll
you
pay the
can-
shipping for
You can
Christ's
do
sake.
shipping.
You can do
No,
shipping.
you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay the shipping
I just want to get rid of it. Yeah.
on someone else's product.
What's the shipping cost going to be for that little thing?
Well, it depends where it goes. It depends where it's
No,
going.
always, but if you can impose that shipping on somebody else, why don't you do that?
Because I don't care enough. I just get rid of it
Why don't you just keep it then?
No,
Or just throw it in the
Ryan,
garbage.
Ryan. Do
because
this.
I'm not going to want that speed of memory again.
Ryan,
Throw it in the garbage.
Ryan, do this. Start building a second PC.
There you go.
You already have the RAM stick. Go buy a case.
No, that's ridiculous.
Come on, do it, and then give me that one.
No, because I've got the lesser RAM again.
Why don't you build a media PC like that Mac Tower is like right now, and then just get rid of Mac,
I'm not going to get rid
and
of
then
it.
you have your MacBook. No, you have your
Anyways,
MacBook.
End of Division. The game did something I did not like.
And the spoiler alert right now.
It invaded my map.
Well, the true enemy invaded.
True
your map.
enemy invaded my map. And they invaded all of my green icons except for one, which is randomly selected, I guess, because you and I don't have the same green spot, and I don't
Correct.
know which one you have.
You mean talking settlement?
Settlement. Yeah, which one you and
So I actually have the.
Your campus is okay. Your theater is not.
No, my theater is fine.
Somebody. Oh, maybe it was Aaron's.
Yeah.
Somebody's campus wasn't okay. My theater is okay.
Yeah,
I
think-
definitely
yeah.
I definitely don't have the theater. Is there a third one or is that it?
There's that church or whatever, but it never unlocked or anything. It never became
This
a
game's
settlement.
fucking weird. Anyways,
But it's listed as settlement.
it undid all of that, and I don't like that.
I don't know why you're attached
I
to your map. The map
really-
doesn't give a I don't give a fuck about my map.
But it's not the map itself. It's the progress.
your progression still chips away. Like you still have a percentage.
But like,
And you can still access those old missions too.
yeah.
And clear them.
But the point is, like now, it's just seeing work undone, and that really bothered me when they did that.
It would be. I would
so
agree.
much so that I'm seriously considering not putting that game back in.
Oh my god.
The thing is, though, is like we repeated the same missions. This is what I don't understand. We repeated those same missions in the Division 1 over and over and over and over and over again for weeklies and dailies and whatever else. We did it over and over and over again.
You want to know why?
But why?
Because you want to know why? Because I didn't have to repeat those missions. There was
You
something
don't
else.
have to repeat. They're different now.
But here's the thing.
You're
No,
against
but
the Black Tusk.
No. But I have to go through these missions again because in order to turn these icons from red to green again permanently,
Yeah.
I have to apparently beat the stronghold. In order to beat the stronghold, I need to have a good enough gear score to first off meet the requirement and to have a high enough one to be able to play it. Which means in order to do that, I need to go do these missions again.
You have to do less missions. You have
That-
to do, you have to do, no, but the
doesn't matter.
different missions.
The
They're in
fact
the
that I have
same.
to redo it.
They're different. They're different missions though. Like you're not redoing the hotel mission. You're doing a mission in the hotel, for example. But it's with the Black Tusk. There's totally new dialogue. It's new objectives. Everything.
Oh, new dialogue.
So you want to just play the same thing over and over.
But you, me, and Aaron also cleared one area. We didn't do the settlement or the stronghold yet. But we
Yes.
cleared all the missions to do the stronghold. So it's not that difficult.
No, yeah, we did it in like
Wait,
an hour and a half.
Okay, but here's the thing. So in order for me to continue with this, a couple of conditions need to be met. One,
Here we go.
if I start clearing out this map again, I start turning icons from red to green, they can turn back to red.
I don't know if that'll happen because it does say there's dynamic war going on. Like the hyenas, the Black Tusk, the True Sons, and whoever the other guys are all fighting right now. Like you'll see like a gun moving toward like another spot. It's because it's like the True Sons have this control point and the hyenas are attacking it, and that's dynamic. So I don't know whether it's like if you have a place like a control point, you take it over, whether like the hyenas will attack or something. I'm not sure, and I don't know whether taking out the hyena stronghold again will stop them. I don't know, and I don't know whether this hyena stronghold or is it run by the Black Tusk. Do we know that, Ryan?
I would guess Black Tusk, though.
All right. Wait, isn't Black Tusk a fucking developer?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't they do the spin-off Gears of War game Judgment, Black Tusk? Or they were
Maybe.
the new Gears
Isn't that
of War?
Black Isle? Isn't there Black Isle Studios and
I
stuff?
thought there was a developer called Black Tusk.
Maybe.
It's an American sludge metal band.
All right. Anyways,
They
this
invaded.
is what I think is going. I think this is what's going to happen with me in the division. From
Here we
on
go.
out.
I feel like you wanted an excuse to not play as much as we did the first one. I feel like that.
No, trust me, Matt. I want to play the division too, but
All
this
right.
is making it very difficult for me.
All right.
This is what's going to happen.
Here we
This
go.
is how we're going to approach the situation. I'm going to take a little bit of hiatus from the Division 2.
And then you're gonna need space, and then you're gonna delete it.
No, that's not true. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of.
Formerly Black Tusk, now the Coalition.
But they had something to do with Gears of War.
Black Tusk. They were known as Black Tusk Studios between 2012 and 2015.
And
Oh.
what
But then
Gear-
they became the Coalition.
and what
They were working on Gears of War.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, there you go. Well,
I knew that was in somewhere in there. This is how we're going to approach this. I'm going to take a hiatus from Division 2, which is perfect timing because there is a month-long Overwatch event starting, and I need to focus on that.
right,
So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to play some Overwatch for a bit.
right.
I'm assuming that you and Aaron, at the very least, probably Ryan here, are going to continue with the Division.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. If you guys can confirm for me in that 3-week to a month period what's happening with those icons,
Yeah.
if they're permanent or if it's dynamic, that will determine whether or not I come back.
Well, which ones or all of them? Because like the control points are just fucking useless. Like they don't do anything. Like they do so little.
pretty much this. Anything that I turned from red to green in the first map,
Yeah.
I need to know whether or not they're going to turn back to red after I turn them to green again.
Because the invasion like reset the map. But what it did was it like I think they're random, I'm not sure, but there's like certain story missions that are invaded, and then there's like all the strongholds are back, and then I think there's also a Black Tusk stronghold that was added. But the whole catch is that when you clear it out, like if we take over that one in my game, that one thing, we'll become World Tier 2. And then we should be able to find better gear score items. I'm being maxed at around 300 or 301 right now. What's weird is because Aaron was playing in my map, he wasn't getting level appropriate gear. He was only getting level 300 and 301, which means that now it matters what map we're on because that person's map is based on World Tier.
Right.
So it's no longer based on level. There's no more normalization.
But even before endgame, that it map determined level, not
No,
on
but
gear,
like-
but on enemies.
On enemies, but like if I joined your map and I was level 20 and you were level 10, I would get new gear.
Mm-hmm.
Now I won't. If you're on World Tier 1 and I'm on World Tier 2, as far as we know, I will only be able to pick up World Tier 1 stuff. Only World Tier 1 stuff will drop, according to Aaron. That's what he was saying.
And there's just stuff for you to scrap, I guess.
But it's weird. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Anyways, if I were to go back to the division relatively soon, I need you. You guys have to pretty much drag me back in. Like I
my
would.
God.
You.
Bye.
Yeah. like
Like I was gonna say, you might as well delete it. Like I mean,
yeah. Like this is.
well,
I
I mean, you want to play it on here, don't you?
Huh?
You want to play it again, don't you? Which I don't get either, because if you beat it again, it's gonna wipe it again. It doesn't make any sense.
I just want to play something on my PC.
I said let's play Anno, and you said no.
I don't want to play Anno though.
Well,
Sea of Thieves. You played Sea of Thieves last night.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a big mess. Yeah, we lost
Anyways.
thousands of dollars.
Matt. What, Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're like, well, they took our stuff. So
Yeah, I give
so
up,
GG,
like-
I guess. You
Yep.
guys, GG.
Yep, GG. I guess they get it all.
We had a pretty good fight with those guys at the end, though. And then you took their boat and rammed it into.
A good lost fight. But yeah, I did steal their boat. We're particularly good at that now. We just go and steal their fucking boat and just raise the anchor and just send it out in the sea.
Remember when I stole that one guy's boat and we were sailing side by side? I'm like, guys, look, I got my own boat now. We're in Amada.
And then he scuttled it.
That's funny.
What a mess.
Yeah. So
Fucking game.
you report back to me in a couple of weeks, man. You let me know how that's going.
What is so if they take over anything, you're out.
If they revert, if you turn something from red to green, I want to know if they revert it back.
Now here's the
That's what I'm
question.
looking
Here's
to
the
find out.
question. Clearing out the stronghold should and again, this is from I don't have experience with this yet, but clearing out the stronghold, an invaded stronghold specifically, should change that region to more like clear than red. So like less Black Tuscan folk running around. What if you're not quite done the stronghold, but you're like fucking around and people can take it then? But if you take the stronghold, it like clears out the enemies completely. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I guess it really depends on how quickly how much I can fast track to that stronghold.
Like we took an hour and we were fucking around.
Also, raids are coming out soon.
Okay.
And
Tell you what.
also the Dark Zone, which we want to
And
do.
a year's worth of free content.
I don't think that's true. There's a year one pass.
There's a year one pass, but they said there's also a year worth of free content.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is a chunk of free stuff.
Probably like the other game where like every
I don't know.
update.
What
think
are
they're
you
just
guys,
new
what are you guys
missions and
doing
stuff.
this weekend? Like, what are you guys doing tomorrow night?
I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Did you want to give it a, like? Can
Yes.
you guys put me on a leash and drag me around the world a little bit and try to get this shit done?
Yes.
Because like
But you have to remember too, though, like this game is meant for you to continuously play, and you're looking for that better gear.
Which
so
is fine.
You need something to continuously do.
Yeah, you need
so
something to
progress
do,
cannot just end, otherwise you're done with the game.
But there were like high value targets in the first game. Like there were the end of the first game, the revamp they did at the end of the first game when they went back and they adjusted stuff. They
have bounties and stuff now.
Yeah, but which is fine, exactly. But I'm assuming the bounties are the equivalent to the first game's HVTs.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with like redoing stuff. It's just like. I'm sorry, like
you're stuck on the visual.
The actual visual of them saying, "Go, we're taking away your map. Do it again." Like that does not sit well with me.
I don't mind a tug of war with like an enemy.
But
I want to be able to prevent them from taking back areas.
Yeah, like
so if
again,
I claim an
yes.
area, I want to know that they're invading somewhere, and I want to be able to go there and stop them.
But here's the thing, though: how many times are you willing to do that?
If I get good gear out of it, I'll do it whenever.
No, see that. No, that's where you lose me on it.
All right,
that's where you lose me on
I guess
it.
live games ain't for Adriano.
No, live games can be for Adriano, but just they have to be specifically crafted.
All right, Matt, what are you doing? You having a better time with the Division?
I'm playing the Division 2. that was it last week too. Just fucking, and I am enjoying the invasion.
Okay, good. All right, that's it, I guess. I mean, I'm playing the Division 2 as well, so I got nothing new.
I'm playing Elder Scrolls Blades too.
Oh yeah,
They rebalanced the silver chests.
They open sooner or something like that.
Instead of 3 hours, 1 hour.
Well, 3 hours wasn't that bad.
I mean, 3 hours was pretty bad. Tim had 22 of them.
Yeah, but if you play a lot, you're gonna get a lot of chests. I mean, it takes 3 hours to open them, so what are you gonna do?
But now you're getting them done in a third of a
it's
time.
good. It's good if people were having problems and they listened to that feedback. Yeah, that's good that they've shortened it. But 3 hours.
I mean, just because you only play it once a week.
Yeah.
Well, might as well uninstall that too.
No, I enjoy the game. My biggest problem is just traversal.
Which is weird considering there's 2 control schemes.
I don't like either of them.
One's dual stick, like one's the traditional dual stick. Like
I just want to turn off the right camera stick. That's all I want to do.
you can
Turn it off?
no.
I want it out of the way. I don't want to worry about accidentally hitting
No,
it.
yes. If you have your phone in landscape, the bottom right side of the screen is the stick.
Correct.
If you go a little bit higher, it's not.
I don't want the stick there at all. Is what I'm saying. All right, well. Because I still
Actually, that may be an option in the settings. I know there's a bunch.
maybe, but the problem is I don't like the smoothness they're trying to get with that stick. It's too laggy. It
is a bit laggy.
It trails my movement of my thumb, and I want the camera just to be controlled of how fast my thumb can move.
It is definitely laggy.
Yeah. So anyway, but it's a good game though. I like it.
It's pretty damn fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, let's hop into the stories then. So first up, Assassin's Creed. Their next game is potentially going to be set in the Viking Age. The story comes from GameSpot. Now, previously it was thought that there was going to be a new trilogy of an ancient era. First was ancient Egypt, then it was ancient Greece, and then it was going to be ancient Rome. But we got some, I guess, Easter eggs, you could call them that, in the Division 2.
Which people apparently didn't find out for a month.
They didn't find these...
Like the game was over for a month, and
Yeah.
people just realized they're like apparently on the White House somewhere. They're like,
It's in the Potomac. Hang on, let me see here. So a YouTuber named John Raptor noticed that numerous Viking posters located in the Division's 2 Potomac Event Center seem to feature a Norse god or traveler
with the apple.
holding what appears to be an apple of Eden.
Yeah.
And Kotaku has confirmed from 2 independent sources who are familiar with the game that the next Assassin's Creed title, codenamed Kingdom, is scheduled for 2020 and stars Vikings.
It's amazing how it was like a month went by, nobody noticed that.
Yeah, because usually people find things pretty quick in games like that. Yeah, especially when you got millions of people running around in it. I'm okay with this.
You're okay with them hiding stuff in games?
No. A Vikings Assassin's Creed. I know everyone wants Japan.
Oh man, samurai like that makes sense.
And I don't understand why they don't do Japan because so many people want it.
Ugh.
You know,
I think it's a card they're going to play when they have another bad game.
Which could be Vikings.
The game's already made. It's just sitting on a shelf.
Although
Maybe.
if Origins and Odyssey, those are fantastic games.
Yeah.
So they're on a good track record right now.
But if this doesn't do well or the next one doesn't do well, then they can then the one after the one that doesn't do well, they can do.
Well, 2020, that sounds like they're
Fan-
taking a year break, right?
Yeah, there's no game 2019.
So let's see what happens. Maybe they'll announce at E3 and then
I need to catch up. I still need to finish Unity and then play Syndicate, I guess.
Oh yeah, Syndicate was my previous favorite game.
Assassin's Creed 3 is my favorite one.
You buying that or did you get it?
I already have it on. I'm assuming so.
You've
I don't
already
know.
played it,
I don't know how they have it. I have it on UPlay, so I don't know how if they're going to honor it and they're just going to give you the new one, or you have to rebuy it because they delisted it. You can't buy it anymore. Assassin's Creed 3.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about a version of a game being gone forever?
But
Because you can always find like an old movie somewhere, but you can buy the Blu-ray version.
So here's the thing. So far, with Assassin's Creed 3, it depends. How I feel about it is going to depend how they handle this. Because if you were to buy Assassin's Creed 3 remaster, if they give you both copies of the game, I'm still okay with it. Like in BioShock, you can't buy just the first version of BioShock. You buy the BioShock Remaster collection, and they just give you both. So like when they handle like that, that's fine. If there's no way to get that original Assassin's Creed on PC anymore, yeah, that bothers me.
Okay.
Game preservation.
There's like a group out there that apparently is like fighting for game preservation.
Yeah, should be archived.
Next up here, we have Borderlands 3. Randy Pitchford. He
Magic porn.
He's pointed out that how the review bombings makes things worse for Steam fans. This comes to us from GameSpot again. So, as you may know, Borderlands 3 was revealed and is not coming to Steam, and is instead coming to the Epic Games launcher.
Not at launch, but it will come to Steam.
Coming to Steam in April of 2020, I guess. But this led to the Steam fans getting angry and review bombing previous Borderlands titles. And Randy Pitchford, I guess on Twitter, he said, ironically, that this misuse is possible and that Steam has no interest in correcting this misuse makes me kind of happy about 2K's decision and makes me want to reconsider Gearbox Publishing's current posture on the platform. So he's basically saying that the crazy people who do this and review bomb things is one of the reasons why he's happy to be off of Steam and may not want to come back to Steam.
See, if I was 2K probably doesn't give a shit from a business perspective, but if I was any sort of content creator with Gearbox or Borderlands 3 and I had any say, I would just pull from Steam immediately. Like
all games?
No, I would just pull like, you know what? You guys are going to do this? You're not even going to get it at all. Take it out of not even April 2020.
I mean, the problem is though that this he's saying that Steam isn't doing enough to prevent this, but this is all the users' fans. It's not users' fault. It's not Steam's fault per se.
That's not even fully true either. Steam has a thing that says that a large amount of good, bad, or mixed reviews were detected during a certain period.
They have since, yes.
Yeah. But
They're
not since
now-
this.
Wait,
This has been around for a
here's the thing,
while.
though. Like if I wanted to do this and pull from Steam completely, I'm not punishing Steam. Like there is Steam can do so much, but also like people have to be responsible for their own dumb actions. And for me, it would be about punishing Steam users.
Yeah.
Be like, you guys are going to be dumb like this. Well, you're not going to get the game at all on Steam. Here's a free .exe that you have to make a free account for. Go do it there.
Yeah, but it does sound like Steam is trying to do some stuff. They're somehow finding abnormalities in the amount of views or reviews that come out, and it's not being. It doesn't go to the average review score if they get a bunch of negative reviews in a short time period or something like that. But they still exist.
I submit to active aggressive tendency, not the passive aggressive type. I have an active aggressive. You do something dumb, I'll go after you directly, and I'll let you know.
It's a dumb thing to do. Like, why are they so loyal to the Steam
You
platform?
should have seen the fucking conversation that I had with somebody the other day about this. They're like, "Oh, no, I have to make like a." They're like, "Oh, I want to play Borderlands 3, but if I want to play PC, I have to make it. I have to get it from that shitty Epic Game Store." And I'm just like, "All right, here we go. Let's talk about this." And then it's like, "Oh, I don't want to make a second account and this and that. It makes me want to play the game less." It's like you buy two game systems. Like you had an Xbox One and then you decided to buy a PlayStation 4 and you made an account and you gave them your credit card, but yet you don't want to do that on a PC that you already have, on a free EXE, on a free account.
And it's not that hard to type in your name and email address and a credit card.
Yeah. And then this very person then made a new account that night for another game service that not related to Steam or Epic Games, but it was another game on iOS that we wanted to do a virtual board game. We need a separate account. He didn't hesitate to make it. He was completely fine with it.
And see, I think that's worse, having a separate dummy account.
Yeah.
That would bother me more than having an actual account that I'm going to use.
Yeah. It's just...
I think it's just the concept that they're angry with, not actually that they have to do it.
But like I was trying to explain to the person, like this is good for you as a Steam user. Like even if you say you never want to work, you never want to have the Epic Game Store application, you never want to buy anything from there, and you want to stick with just Steam, fine. But having Epic Games there is good for you as a Steam user. Like they've already reacted to certain things that Epic Games has done. Like they're already starting to like get their ass in a gear. Like and the friends, when Discord started to become popular, like they came in and they fixed up their friend system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it's like a perfect example. Like this is good for Steam.
And imagine that, like a lot of these deals are being made because Epic is trying to get their game launcher out. So they need exclusives, they need all these deals and incentives for people to come to their platform. It's going to balance out in a couple of years.
It's absolutely going to balance out. And this person I was having this argument with was saying it's like, oh, but like what happened with like Metro and what's the other one
that was kind of
out of plan and I'm like
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, like it's a weird thing, but they're like, well, like Epic Games is bullshit for pulling that move. I'm like we should be giving glances at Epic Games for doing that. Like they're the ones who put the deal on the table, but it's Outer Worlds and Metro that took the deal. Like we should be throwing the book at those game developers,
but not only
not
that,
at Epic Games.
Not only that, if you pre-ordered Metro through Steam, you still got to play it.
Yeah,
it's not like they pulled it away from those people.
Yes, I imagine those because they didn't want to do the actual logistics of doing refunds on that system.
But regardless, that's still a better thing for them to have done instead of just pulling it away from all those fans.
Yeah.
And then having them to go repurchase it on another platform.
The Outer Planets and
that one's less offensive just because they advertised it once.
It's a new IP. Metro, yes, it was a shady deal. Borderlands, they never had to deal with Steam. Like they're never they never have any pre-orders there. Like it's not going to be there. And from this point forward, like it's going to probably be straight exclusive deals from Epic.
And I don't remember this much outrage when EA pulled other games from Steam.
Yeah, and that was my point. It was another point to this argument. Like my entire workday was me arguing with this person. But it's just like you like nobody bats a fucking eye when you have Origin and BattleNet and Bethesda, like all these minor players when they have their exclusive clients. But as soon as a big guy comes in and actually like forces Steam to actually look at their not only their client but stuff on the back end, people start losing their fucking mind.
I don't know about your guys' Epic Game Store, but all my prices are listed in American.
Oh yeah, so
I got really excited too because it's like, oh my, Borderlands 3 is $60 on Epic Games Launcher.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, mine
damn.
is too, but they would just do the conversion on your credit card, which is also fine by me.
Speaking of Anno, Matt, it looks like Anno is also going to be leaving Steam, and presumably we don't know for sure yet, heading to Epic.
Heading to Epic.
I
thought it was going to be heading to the Ubisoft.
It's on the Ubisoft store.
They haven't confirmed, but I thought it was just like Ubisoft. Like I'm surprised that Ubisoft still does like a joint.
They seem to have always done that though.
Yeah, but it's just like. You have big enough franchises. Just like start doing your own. Like just.
I will say it's the launcher I open least. It's open right now to download the Division update.
Because it doesn't have to be. But if it had to be open, then
yeah. All right, Matt. You ready?
What?
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription would combine Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold. This comes to us from Polygon.
You're freaking out over there.
So they're rumored to be. These are American prices.
You're excited over a subscription fee.
I'm excited for your excitement over this.
It's pretty good, yeah.
These are American prices, but it would combine Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold to become Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Ultimate tier of Game Pass will
could have called it something a little better than that.
Reportedly be priced at $14.99 per month, a $5 premium on top of the standard $9.99 a month. So $15 a month, that doesn't sound too bad. Eh?
Isn't that what it is here?
What?
Isn't that what Game Pass is? $15 a month? Canadian? How much is it here? I pay for the damn thing. I don't even know how much it costs.
I don't look.
Is that American pricing you have?
These are American prices though, yeah.
That's pretty good still. Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take it too.
Now wait a second here. Actually, it's $5 more than $5 more a month. What's the savings?
I think somebody worked out it's actually not savings at all.
I was gonna say,
it's just one charge.
It's just one charge. So here's the thing, though. So the problem with this whole system is this Ultimate Pass is only done on a monthly basis. There's no yearly option.
Right.
Okay. When you take gold and you work it down, when you take the gold yearly and you work it down to per month basis, and then add that to your what would be monthly Xbox Game Pass charge, this Xbox Ultimate Pass is that combined. Because if you were to do Xbox Gold monthly charge and Xbox Game Pass monthly charge, put that together, you're then saving money with this Ultimate Pass. Because here's the thing: how much is Xbox Live Gold per year?
$60, something like that. Something like that.
Divided by 12 is
About $5 a month.
how much is Xbox Game Pass? American.
That I don't know.
American is $9.99,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Together is
15.
$15.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
So you're not actually saving.
You're not if you are doing Xbox Gold yearly and Game Pass monthly, which is mandatory. If you're doing Xbox Gold monthly and Game Pass monthly, then you're
saving a
Yes.
good amount too.
But regardless, I would like a more concise charge.
Which is
If I
fun
can have
because
just
here's
one
the thing.
charge, that's
Because
fine
here's the
with me.
thing, though. I think Xbox looking at games as a service in 10 years when there's no actual hardware and it's all subscription based. Within 5 years, I can absolutely see them phasing the individual services out and doing one. You pay one monthly fee, you get to play online, and you get the pass.
Also, too, a lot of those Game Pass games probably require Xbox Live to play online. So
yes, that's why
it's weird. It's weird.
I can see eventually Xbox and PlayStation doing away with the charge for online play. Like I could see
Why
them
would they-
eventually.
no,
kind
why
of
would they
ever do
phasing-
that?
I
So
can
no.
eventually see them phasing it out.
Why would they ever do that?
Because here's the thing. Again, you have to kind of think about this 5-10 years from now. Don't think of it a year from now, but think of it 5-10 years from now. You don't have like these boxes are gone. They don't exist.
Okay.
Everything is in your fucking TV, and it is an application. What makes more sense? To have one charge from PlayStation or Xbox in order to play their stuff online and whatever you want, or to have two charges from Xbox and PlayStation to play their stuff and then another one to play online. When you can go to Google and pay one to play anything online, or go to Origin and pay one thing to have anything online. Like what? Like how do they justify having?
Do you pay Origin? Oh, I guess EA
What I'm saying though is, how do you justify having certain PC services where you only pay once for the content, but then how do you have a console service where you have to pay once for the actual content and once to play online? Like sooner or later, people are going to put those things side by side and realize what the fuck's going on.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying when they're truly competing with the PC platform, things start to not make sense.
Yes, what I'm saying is at a point, like the concept of a console will be gone, and like we're talking like 10, 12 years down the line. But everything's just going to be a service and a tile in your TV. And
Do you think that there's going to be
whichever one you want?
a launcher for each of the? I mean, Xbox kind of has it, but do you think there's going to be a PlayStation launcher?
I can.
They're going to have to adapt.
Absolutely.
Or
If-
maybe they'll make it so that it's available exclusively on Bravia TVs.
No.
I can see them doing that for about 5 years and then realizing,
I mean,
oh shit.
if Apple isn't going to make their TV streaming service exclusive to Apple devices, I don't think Sony's going to do that either.
What I can absolutely see happening.
Isn't it right now?
What?
Isn't it right now?
What?
PlayStation View or not View? The gaming one.
PlayStation Now?
PlayStation Now is that? I'm asking.
It might be, but if they're going to really have to compete with whatever Microsoft's doing in terms of streaming, they're going to have to be everywhere.
Yeah.
They can't afford to be on a third-rate
you have to be
TV
multi-platform. And the fact that Apple announced their services for non-Apple stuff should be a fucking indication of PlayStation where they should be going.
That's
like
a
that,
little
like
bit
that
different, right?
But you're not.
I mean, yes, it is a little different, but I'm just saying,
But
if
but-
PlayStation really wants to compete,
Yeah.
I get your
They have to
dual
be in the
charge
same-
thing. I do agree with that to an extent. I will say though that I wonder if it will go the other way, and whether Epic Games and all this is getting all these subscribers, essentially getting all these guys making accounts.
What the fuck is going on?
I can't tell if they're laughing or,
Or
on
crying,
fire.
like,
On fire,
we-
yeah.
Somebody getting robbed upstairs?
Like Jesus Christ! But like, I wonder if it's going to become that like you play and everyone's going to wake up and be like, oh, we can charge $5 a month for this.
What do you mean?
Like you're saying, it doesn't make sense to have like a service, and then like another service charge to access like essentially the platform.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I wonder if it's going to wake. I get what you're saying. What I'm wondering is if it's going to go the other way.
I think
Steam's going to wake up and go,
no,
we can charge
$5
for
a month.
online.
I think
everyone will do that.
I think you have too many people on PC who have like the idea of going to PC players and saying we're going to start charging you to play online. Like that,
but what if everyone does it all at once? What are you gonna do? Cry and whine and review bomb on something that you can't access now?
I think that is justifiable outrage that they.
Also, PlayStation had free online on PS3.
Yeah.
The PS4 came out. They had PlayStation Plus that you needed to play online. And doesn't the Switch now require their Switch thingy to play online?
Yes.
Nintendo requires it online.
So I mean, people are used to
Well,
all of a sudden a service coming out saying you have to pay for online.
Here's the thing: like, do you think PC gaming can get away with charging people to play online? Like, just
I can see them trying it.
I could see them saying like, okay, no more Steam Cloud. Like you get your friends list, like just like on an Xbox or whatever. Get your friends list. Sure, you can buy stuff, absolutely.
Also,
but then everything that's on Steam needs to connect to the Steam Connect servers or whatever.
And then that's when Epic Games comes in. And says, hey guys,
we have Epic
don't
Connect.
Have to,
yeah,
we don't have to do that.
I imagine there are still more console gamers than PC gamers.
Whoa,
I would say
currently you have 90 million PlayStation 4 units being sold. Xbox probably has half of that.
There's no way to actually grab these numbers and compare them, but I would actually say zero.
Well, historically, there have been more console players than PC players, and I still think it's the case.
Think about all the people in China.
Let me finish my point here. Okay, I still think there's more console players than PC players.
I don't think so.
Okay, once everyone's on PC, that's going to increase the server amount of space for PC players.
That's a fair point.
You can start charging.
True.
They can't just be giving free data for saves and storage.
But it's not free. Like you're paying a subscription to get that content. And I can absolutely see them.
Are you assuming everything is streaming? Like you never buy games individually?
Streaming or local. But what I'm saying is, I can absolutely see them. You're obviously going to pay a subscription. You're going to pay to have that space. And I can absolutely see them raising the prices to accommodate for what they would consider to be an online pass. But I don't see PC clients and I don't see the future of PlayStation and Xbox saying, pay us once for the content and pay us once to be allowed to play it. Like that I cannot see happening from a business perspective and just from a platform perspective. Like that seems like company suicide.
Is it still the case that online only games don't require PlayStation Plus or Live? Like Elder Scrolls Online,
I think Fortnite is the only game on PlayStation where you don't need PlayStation Plus to play online.
Well, no, I think Elder Scrolls Online too, and
you don't even need that for that.
I don't. Yeah, and what's that other MMO that's on PlayStation?
Star Trek Online?
No, the weird.
I didn't know about this Plus thing.
The weird one.
The weird one.
Yeah, we played it like
EVE Online.
Once. No, I can't remember the name of it.
We played it.
We played it a long time ago on PlayStation. It's a weird, spacey kind of MMO game.
I can't remember.
But anyway, I'm pretty sure there are games that are multiplayer only, and you don't have to play PlayStation Plus for it.
Yeah, I can see Xbox and PlayStation saying, or the stuff saying, well, they get away with charging more because they have to have that extra service. Let's raise our prices on Steam or Epic Games or whatever. I can see them actually absolutely raising the prices and hiding it in there. But so
you're saying you're going to pay for it somehow?
You're going to pay for it somehow, but literally going to the consumer saying, you guys are going to pay us once for this, and you're going to pay us once for that. That will not happen. I will bet you my life on it. They will consolidate them before they do that.
I'd argue that that's only if you're streaming it, or if it's something like Game Pass where it's like a Netflix library. I would argue that if games are still per game, then really the whole point of paying for online is to pay for the servers. But if I buy Red Dead Redemption 2 and I pay, the $80 or whatever
I'm talking about subscription based, local or streaming. I'm talking about whether you download it or you stream it. I'm talking about subscription based games.
No, but are you saying that what I'm saying is okay, let's hypothetically say there's no more, let's just have the PlayStation. No more PlayStation. So PlayStation has to have a launcher on PC now.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm asking is like, do you believe that that with that PlayStation launcher there will be a way to individually purchase games, or it's like, nope, everything's like Game Pass now, so our entire library isn't rotating any longer.
Column B.
It's just going to be all subscription.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I agree with you. Then because what the way that they're making money is, if I buy Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, the way it is right now, and I just buy that digitally, I pay the $80 Canadian or whatever it is plus tax, and then I get that on my console and I can play it single player. But then if I want to play online, my online subscription is going toward the ongoing server costs.
I can again, like if it's piecemeal titles,
then I think that you're just going to be separate.
But also, like for me, I'm looking at the long term subscription based, like the avenue in which all companies and are kind of pointed towards. We're not down that subscription, but like we're getting there.
Would you say
like we're not on that fucking street, but we can see it around the corner.
What I would say if I was a game launcher is I would start wanting piecemeal, and I would say I would also want a subscription fee for you to access my store. And I would try to convince my competitors, although I believe that may be considered illegal.
Yeah, that's called.
But like I would, whatever the heck it is, like if there was a legal way to do it, I would want my competitors to also do the same.
Oh no, you can convince your competitors to do it by doing it. You can try. You can force the market to do it.
Like I'm not telling them to do it.
Yeah, you can't go to them and say we should do that.
But like hypothetically, if there was a legal way to do it, it would be smart for these launchers to not allow you to play or log in without paying.
Like, let me ask this: why hasn't Xbox charged to play online on PC? Like, why haven't they?
I think it might be due to lack of players.
It's also, but it's not the norm currently.
There's also the fact that the console is a much lower, generally a much lower introductory cost. Like if we're talking about you go to buy a PC on a certain date, and on that certain date you also were going to go buy a PC and assume it's a good one, that PC is going to be more money.
Like, because here's the thing, charging to play online, like when did this start?
It's because you're being pigeonholed.
Microsoft.
Microsoft on the 360.
Yeah.
Like, but think about it, but that's 2006.
Yeah.
Like, think about 15 years of PC gaming, going back to the early 90s.
Wait a second. Didn't something on PS2 charge? Final Fantasy did. It was specific. It was that one game, but it was Final Fantasy on PS2 did.
But that was for an actual MMO.
Yes.
But that was separate from
MMOs
Sony.
are their own separate demons.
But I'm saying it was starting. Like,
yeah, what I'm saying though is, but just like the act of saying I'm going on the internet, my computer's connected to that person's computer. I'm being the host. Like I'm the host server. Like that. There's 15 years of that, and it wasn't until Microsoft came along. They got away with it for the 360 for that generation because they're pushing a online console, and then PlayStation rolled that into the PS4 and Xbox. Like when you really think about it, we have the thought of paying for online play has only been across 3 systems in a span of 13 years. Like it's not that new or widespread of an idea.
Maybe that's an indicator that it will come to PC.
It's still relatively new for us to put a pillow over and kind of suffocate it.
But it's also kind of rising. If Nintendo just got on board with it. Like if Nintendo brings their launcher, if they make a launcher and they're like, oh, you can play all our Switch games on there on the PC somehow. And let's say it's not streaming, it's just you buy it and you download it. I would say that Nintendo's not going to let you play online without a subscription fee. Yeah. I would actually guarantee that myself. In my opinion.
Nintendo's also in its own weird inter-console generation kind of limbo, okay? But
wouldn't that be that's like billions of dollars that these other guys are like.
But again, like I said, I'm not saying that you're not going to pay for it. You're absolutely going to pay for it. They're just not going to tell you you're paying for it. They're going to work it into one fee.
Is that it's also going to be piecemeal. Like, there's a lot more money in charging someone a month and having them pay piecemeal. So, like, you have, like, so for example, you would have a subscription thing like Xbox does, where it's a limited library like Game Pass, whether that's streamed or downloaded. Right now, it's downloaded, but whether it's both, either one. You would have a limited library of that, but then the newest game comes out, and it's not a Microsoft published one. So the newest game comes out, and you have to purchase it. You have to purchase it piecemeal, because then Microsoft gets a kickback on that. How much more money would you make paying for online, paying for the subscription, and then paying for piecemeal?
But Matt, here's the thing though. But then you're if that is the case, you're then relying on your other competitors to in the open market to say, hey, if they're going to do that, we're going to do this. Come over here, pay subscription. You don't have to buy it piecemeal. You can get the game. We're going to rely on all these services to self-police, and hopefully they're smart enough to keep that going.
Time will tell.
I would say, you pay for YouTube now. You can pay for YouTube now. People were estimating that you may. This is an estimate that maybe YouTube will become premium only.
And I'm still convinced of that.
But then why wouldn't games?
What?
Why wouldn't games?
But no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, eventually they're going to phase out the free option of YouTube, and there's going to be just one. You pay a subscription and you get it. That's it. I can absolutely see games.
No. I would say there'd be a YouTube Premium, and then a YouTube Premium Plus. That'd be the very first thing I would do if I had a pricing thing. All that stuff that I produce, you pay more for because now I have my skin in the game.
I don't see that happening.
All right, well, we gotta move on. We gotta move on here.
That happening.
Final story. Online ID changes on PSN are finally now out of beta.
Did you hear that, Dragonfire?
And in the wild.
I did, yeah.
So this comes from the PlayStation blog. We're excited to announce that the online ID change feature on PSN is officially launching to all PlayStation 4 owners later today, but that was a couple days ago. So it's active now. You'll be able to change your online ID via a web browser, and the feature will also be available starting today.
And also on a PlayStation 4.
Yes. We do want to take this opportunity to clarify one point. As a result of the preview program, we found an instance where a game did not fully support the feature, even though it was originally published after April 1st, 2018, contrary to what we mentioned in our original announcement. All PS4 games originally published on or after April 1st, 2018, have been developed to support the online ID feature change. However, since they have not all been specifically tested with the feature, we cannot guarantee that they will support it. And I have a list of the games that are suffering from certain issues. This list is from GameSpot. Matt, do you play any of these games? Because you're the one interested in changing your name.
You didn't list the games.
But you're the one interested in changing your name.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you have an issue with any of these games. Or do you play any of these games? Absolver Downfall, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Big City Stories, Bloodborne, Call of Duty Ghosts.
Big City Stories.
Crossout, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Dragon Quest Builders, FIFA 17, Gauntlet, God Eater 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Gundam vs. Guns Up, Injustice 2, Killzone Shadowfall, Marvel vs. Capcom, MLB The Show 17, Naruto Shippuden Storm Trilogy, Naruto Storm.
I think you could have just said any Naruto game.
Naruto,
You
yeah.
probably would have got it.
There might be more. Fuck.
NBA 2K19, PlayStation VR Worlds, Rock Band 4, Rocksmith 2014 Edition, Last of Us Remastered, Titanfall 2, Trackmania Turbo,
Titanfall 2 you might play.
Uncharted 4 Thieves End, Uno, Warframe,
Fucking
Wipeout,
Uno.
Omega Collection. Now, one thing that stuck out to me is that there's PlayStation exclusives on here.
Last
Why
of Us.
wouldn't they update their own games?
Because those games are old.
To
Like
support-
Shadowfall?
Remember, Last of Us is a PlayStation 3 game. So that architecture which is built on is probably tied to that.
Well, I'm curious whether...
Correct, but I just find it odd that your own games don't even support your change feature.
What if you start now? What if I change my name today and start tomorrow?
What do you mean? Start
Yeah.
If
what
I change my
tomorrow?
name today,
Yeah.
will I have problems tomorrow? I don't own the
understand-
game.
I
I don't own
understand your
Titanfall 2,
question.
for example. I don't own Titanfall 2. Change my name today. I then buy Titanfall 2 tomorrow.
So based on what I've read,
I see what you're saying.
is any problems you have
Yeah, is with existing.
is with the existing accounts. I from what I could tell is then if you let's say your progress is wiped on whatever game, you have to start over. You're not going to have an issue after that. It is clear sailing from there on out.
This is what GameSpot put above this current list I just read you. This is what they put above it. It says, changing your PSN ID may cause the previous ID to remain visible or disappear entirely. User accounts to unlink.
How do they not know?
And
Like,
settings,
what do you mean?
And settings to return to default in these games. Sony suggests that signing out and signing back in should resolve these non-critical issues.
Wait, those games that you just listed
Yes. Yeah.
is not data loss.
No.
No, they're
So-
like minor little
Hiccups.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't give a fuck about that.
So now there's a list of games that have critical issues, which GameSpot says changing your PSN ID may cause you to lose progress and or in-game currency in these games.
Jesus
Additionally,
Christ. Yeah.
some parts of the game may function improperly. Sony doesn't recommend changing your ID if you want to keep entitlements and trophies as it's possible to incur permanent game errors or data loss.
So so one of the things was like you might just lose trophy progress. Like trophy progress just might be reverted on some stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder if that means only in progress stuff. Like, if I earned the trophies, do I have it forever?
These are the games where you have critical issues with. Okay, Disc Jam, Everybody's Golf.
That's a good one to start off with.
Just Dance 2017, Little Big Planet 3, MLB 14
That's
The
a
Show,
fucking bigger game, isn't it?
MLB The Show 16,
Not that MLB.
MLB The Show 15, Onrush, The Golf Club 2,
Onrush?
and Worms Battleground. So a much smaller list so far.
What was that second last one?
Second last? Golf Club 2.
Golf Club 2.
Yeah.
They made it.
Golf Club 1, yeah, perfect. Works seamlessly. So a much smaller list of actual, like, really bad issues. And
the fact that there's one game on that list, just the fact that you get the one title is like this is problematic.
Still, Matt, it doesn't look as bad for you as you may have thought.
But it is the question of, like, do I even want to bother?
Here's what I'm curious about. Did they go through every game? Like, how did they?
No, they clearly said they didn't because they said that they made that statement that any game after April 1st was going to be fine, and then they discovered a game that wasn't
But
fine.
what was it? What game was it?
They didn't say.
It's probably on one of. It's probably
Was
on
that Titanfall 2?
It's probably on one of those lists that I just read.
I don't remember when Titanfall 2 came out.
Or it's probably a game that's not listed at all. It's probably just something completely random. But it's just like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
What a mess.
But it's like how are they going to set up like a virtual machine and just test run this whole thing? Are they going to make a fake ID, then just check it and then like check a game, tell it to go to the next game, check it, and then like change the ID and just run through everything again?
I don't know why they couldn't just hire some intern to go, like run through all the games in their library.
Yeah, but no. But what he's saying is like you have to have data in all these games.
Yeah,
you have to have data in all these games originally.
Yeah,
that's a big fucking ask.
Well, maybe this list was derived from the preview test that they did then.
Because this isn't the first time they've done a name change for a PSN user. There is one case.
Well, it's possible in Japan too, isn't it?
No, I don't know if it was possible. I don't know what the circumstances were.
Was there like an alias thing or something?
But I thought name changing was always possible in Japan.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
It might have to do something to do with the character, with the.
Or maybe they just set the servers up differently there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, but there was one North American user who had their username changed, because it was a name. I can't remember what the circumstances were, but it was a name it was a word in a language that could be taken offensively. I think it was the story.
But it was the guy's name or something.
But it was the guy's name, and he didn't want to change it, and Sony's just like, we think you should change it. So through like private negotiations with Sony, they changed his name for him. But apparently it was just like they didn't actually change his name. All they did was just roll over purchases to another account because they said apparently like this guy's friends list went away. This guy's trophy progress went away.
Oh yeah.
It's like all they did was they didn't like change it. All they did was just make a new account and just clone his
with the same assets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's all they did.
That's freaking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they did that, but that's still freaking weird.
Well, I'm guessing that's what they're doing here. They're not changing your name. They're just I think they're essentially creating a clone account that's going to run simultaneously, and that's what they're doing. And that's where the missing currency comes in, because what they're probably doing is then when it's looking for one currency from one account,
yeah,
and it can't find it because it's still looking for the old name.
It could even be like those old games, like used to, like if you bought it from, I don't even know what game you'd buy currency in, but you bought it on like, I don't know, Fortnite or something. I know that's a new game, but if it was an old game, maybe it's like Fortnite makes an account in their store with your old name, and it's not going to know how to look at the new one.
Yeah, what a fucking mess. I would love to have been just in that meeting where like this came up on the PSN, like during the PS2 era when they're talking about the PS3, and they're like. Somewhere there was a meeting with engineers and the tech people to talk about name IDs. And this decision was made.
Because you know that your old names stay. Mm-hmm. They don't go back in the pool. That was one of the things that we were thinking was like maybe they get like released, you'd think. No, it doesn't.
It's just like somewhere like there was a decision made. There was an email sent from somebody somewhere from Sony that said, no, like, just do the actual name. Don't worry about the number. And like that has caused.
It was relatively early days, though. I know people have had accounts prior to that, to the PS3.
Yeah, it's just like.
but it was still
exchange accounts have been around since the early '90s. Like that's.
But still, the concept of online gaming was still fairly new in terms of consoles.
You know what's weird is they have the real name.
That
Why didn't
that
they just
is-
Why didn't they just like spoof a system with that? Just like
Yeah.
just because like as long as it looks okay, who gives a fuck?
I don't think we'll ever know what really happened, or what really is the issue.
Should find like a get like a
My-
retired engineer, get like an
Clearly,
expose.
it took them this long to even like get a fix. Apparently,
They're probably scared. They're scared. If you're dealing with data, I'd be scared too.
yeah.
I'd be like, fuck me, this
And
is bad.
I imagine their freaking their support desk is getting a lot of calls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
like
I think I might do it.
really.
I don't know what games I care about my saves, and if it's
but not only that. I mean, on that list there wasn't,
it wasn't anything,
and
that I
on
had.
it was even less so on the super bad issues.
And it's trophy well, I mean the Rock Band's kind of concerning, I guess, if I try to go back and try to play Rock Band 2 because I have all the
But
Rock Bands.
that one wasn't listed on losing progress.
because I don't think they probably tested that far back.
They probably didn't.
That's old, man.
Yeah.
Because I bought all the licenses so they'd all go all together, like Lego Rock Band, everything,
Oh, yeah,
the whole
yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking don't.
But like I haven't played fucking Rock Band in like forever.
you know what I would do if I were you? I wouldn't try changing it. If I were you, I'd probably just make a second account.
No, because like if that's the case, then I'm basically just like I might as well just change it, right?
He has all the trophies too and stuff.
See, like if it's trophy
That's amazing.
progress, like if it's like trophy 1 I unlocked, trophy 2 is like halfway through, and then I just get reset to none complete, or I keep trophy 1 because I already earned it, but trophy 2 is like, oh, you don't have any progress. I don't give a fuck. I already earned those other trophies. If there's a trophy that I'm halfway through that's like 13 years old, I really like actually legitimately don't care.
Yeah, because when have you ever actually? How far back have you ever actually gone and trophy hunted
I play
on
my
a game?
Vita.
0 times.
Well, yeah, of course
Oh,
you, but
I did once. I was fighting Aaron one time, and I went back and I rebeat, like just in the middle of the night, I rebeat the Resistance on Vita just to get the platinum because he was about to pass
Oh.
me, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" And I just fucking went and got a quick platinum.
And you know what Aaron probably said to that? when he found out?
He's way past me now.
He's like, meh.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll just get you on this game.
Yeah, and then after that, but I held it for that night. So
all right, that's all we got, folks.
Another thing, going back to this
Oh no,
Sony thing,
Oh,
I already thought about this.
which Sony thing?
The games as a service.
Oh, ow.
They're already there virtually. You want to know why? You have the PlayStation Remote application installed here or there where you can remote play your PlayStation.
yeah.
If I took that PlayStation and I said, "Hey Sony, hang on to this for me," and they put that PlayStation physically in one of their buildings, I guess I essentially have games. I essentially have it as a service already
Correct.
because I'm just remoting into my profile already.
Correct.
We're practically there.
I don't buy
Mic
the
drop.
consoles going away. I don't buy the consoles going away. And the
Adrian was
reason-
talking next
I'm
gen,
not.
though.
I'm
No,
not.
I
I'm not,
don't-
talking, I'm not talking about 2 years from now. I'm talking 10 years.
no,
from now.
even then, I don't.
Really?
I don't buy it.
You still think these fucking
Yeah.
paperweights are going to be around in 10 years?
because it's really a mental thing. I think a lot of people are indoctrinated into the fact of like you buy like even that's why even things like
Yeah,
Roku,
you're right, Matt.
Roku are doing well.
Blockbusters and DVDs are going to be around forever.
No.
Streaming
We're talking-
media is never going to take off.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like I can see these things evolving to a little stream box like a Roku. What I'm saying is that the what makes Microsoft and Sony the big money is the fact that they have these pieces of hardware and then they can charge you for online play because these pieces of hardware don't use standard or custom servers. They use Sony servers or Xbox's
They
servers.
still can on a streaming service.
What do you mean? No. What I'm saying is the PC is already dominated, and now it's over dominated. Like Epic Game Store is going crazy now. We have like the Uplay client. We got the Battle.net client. I'm just reading out like got Ryan's PC in front of me. Got Origin. We got Steam. We got GOG. There's a Bethesda one down there, and there's going to be more somewhere. Like this market is like
Discord,
what's the
Twitch.
benefit of going to anyone else? Unless they start pulling exclusives, but then we're gonna have like they're not gonna make as much as they're making from this console.
That's why I can also see Sony going the way of Sega and just becoming a game developer and not becoming a platform.
But like Microsoft, I still think sees the benefit of having like pigeonholing somebody into a proprietary platform is a big thing.
I agree with you for 2, 3, 4 years. from now.
But I don't.
7, 8, 9, 10 years from now.
No, but there's
I
a
don't see
benefit.
that
There's a
happening.
benefit to movies going to Netflix. There's a benefit of things going to Netflix. There's no benefit.
Although I hear they don't make too much money actually, and that what movies on Netflix. It's a lot of the time, like I know Disney like puts up new stuff and they get new stuff from time to time.
Yeah.
But a lot of their movies are older stuff that they don't make money off of anyway.
Yeah, it's
just
people
to
people
roll in
licensing
some pennies. Yeah.
It's people with licenses saying, "Hey, I've exhausted all avenues of this thing. I might as well give it to Netflix for this, and then I'll get a royalty check for $3,000 at
That's
the
a
end of the year."
benefit, though. That's a benefit, though.
But it's just like I have exhausted most of my avenues in my original business proposal.
Yeah.
like that is like I'm at my end with that.
Because
Okay.
you're relinquishing, like if they give up their hardware, they're relinquishing control.
Matt, do you understand not having boxes and just handing somebody a TV, which they're going to have anyways, and saying if you have a controller now, you have a gateway into games like that change.
No, but they have to make it. They got to license that. Who's going to make that?
What do you mean?
Who's going to make that?
Make what?
That TV. Like they're going to be like, a TV manufacturer's going to ask.
They already have smart TVs with streaming applications in. You don't think that it's just entirely possible within 10 years that Microsoft and Sony and whoever is just going to have onboard applications worked into TVs?
No, I do. I believe they will. I'm not saying that they're not going to have these multiple applications. What I'm saying is I don't see them giving up the box.
I absolutely see them giving up the box.
Because the problem with the TVs is like you're gonna have pigeonholing. You're gonna have Sony that's only gonna have fucking PlayStation. They ain't gonna let Xbox on there, I assume. And then I legitimately see Sony, at least for the first couple of years, not releasing their platform on anything but Bravias to try to sell Bravias again.
Again, I agree with you in the first.
But
like
look how much. But
3 to 4 years from now, I agree with you on that.
You have so much power with that box.
I'm talking about 7. Matt, just think about the year 2029 for a second.
Okay.
Just think about 10 years from now.
Okay.
Think about where we are in streaming media.
Yeah.
And funneling media. And
The cloud's big now.
Yes.
Real big.
Just
real
think about
big.
in 10 years from now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is? You think this is going to be in the same state?
From a technological perspective solely, if it's just we're talking technology, I agree with you. What I'm saying is, in terms of a business sense, giving up your only hardware, that hardware pigeonholes you. You get all the commissions. You get commissions from games. You make games for that thing. You control that hardware, so you control the quality. You control the network that it connects to. You get subscription fees. You own any services that go in there, or at least approve them. You control that thing. You come on the PC. If someone doesn't like Xbox Live, they're just going to go to Origin.
And that forces companies to compete, and that forces.
But Origin can't make a console and be successful. Like, why would Xbox ever give up making this piece of hardware? I agree. Like the CD drive will more than likely be gone. Maybe all the local computing would be gone. But like Roku boxes are doing well. And there's smart TVs everywhere. Yeah, Roku boxes don't play games, or maybe they play some, but they don't play this type of game. They play freaking Netflix and Plex and stuff like that.
Yes, but Matt, eventually somebody's get the idea of saying, you know how it would be convenient is if I could staple that Apple TV unit to the back of this TV.
They already do with Chromecast.
Exactly. Okay?
Yeah.
Some point somebody's gonna say, this would be convenient if I could staple this fucking thing to it. And then somebody's think, it'd be awesome if I could literally just amalgamate these two together. But it'd be awesome if I could have all these into one TV OS.
But
it'd be awesome if I could have a controller connect to that.
That's not going to happen. That thing you just said all into one OS. There's no fucking way. Samsung, LG, RCA, if they still make TVs, then all the rest of them. I mean, well, because RCA does make pretty good budget TVs. But like honestly, like LG. All those guys, Microsoft's going to go to Samsung. This guy's going to go to LG. LG's not going to talk to Sony. Sony's only going to go to Bravia. Like, it's going to be a whole fucking thing. This is not going to be like you're saying
for
it's
a limited
utopia.
time.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
Matt,
I don't believe that.
Matt,
right now,
Matt,
you cannot cast
Matt,
Prime
Matt,
Prime Video
Matt,
to a Chromecast.
Matt. then you know what? If Prime wants to sit there and say we're not going to allow you to cast to an Apple TV, we're not going to let you cast to a Chromecast,
Yeah.
then that is just them going to fail in the marketplace.
Well, no,
and
no,
then,
that's
and then they're
because
going to get
Google
pushed aside.
pulled
No,
YouTube.
not. They're just going to get pushed aside.
Allegedly.
If there's anything, if there's anything that shows the fucking apocalypse of technological convergence, is the fact that Apple, less than a month ago,
Yes.
Apple,
Yeah.
at one point where you could only watch your fucking press conferences on a Safari browser,
Yes.
on an Apple device,
Yes.
announced that their Apple's TV service is going to be coming to competing hardware. Let that sink in for a second.
The thing is that's like a cable package. It's like a modern day cable package. That's what I'm saying.
Just the fact
That's
that
different.
that was done
Yeah.
should just indicate to you how these companies are realizing they can't survive in their own ecosystem.
I
You
understand.
can't do that anymore. That cannot happen. If it happens short term, 4 years, sure. But if Sony doesn't start opening up their property and allowing it on, if Sony doesn't get their fucking games on an actual PC in 5 years, they're done.
What if
They're
no,
absolutely
but,
done.
okay? What if Windows says no Sony apps on this? Like fuck you. I don't know if they can do that.
They're not allowed.
But if they were allowed, Microsoft would be super smart for doing that. Sony, get out of here. Get your apps. You're out of here, bud.
No, first off, the any whatever business commission or business regulation. In the
No,
States
Sony's got the PlayStation. They gave that up. Well, that's a
wouldn't
bad
allow
business
that.
decision, buddy.
No, they wouldn't say they wouldn't let a competitor say you can't be on our platform. It's an open platform for a marketplace. They wouldn't let them say no. So it's not even gonna happen. I'm not even gonna entertain that.
What are you talking about? I can't have Apple Notes on. I can't have Apple iCloud on this open marketplace. Where's all my Apple apps on this my Google Play
that's
Store?
Apple choosing not to put it on there. They put Apple Music on there.
Matt,
Okay.
I can absolutely sync my Apple Notes to my Microsoft device, and I can synchronize my Microsoft Notes to my Apple device. I can do that right now.
Why can't I change the default browser on the iPhone?
Because Apple wants you to use Safari.
Okay, isn't that unfair?
But that's not a marketplace though. That's an
That's
OS.
no. Hang on a minute.
That-
though.
that's an
you're
OS
You're
design.
being indoctrinated because now you have an account with whatever browser you have, so that you're syncing stuff with your PC.
Yeah.
That you're indoctrinating it.
Yeah,
You're-
Matt.
No, but
Yeah,
you're acknowledging both sides.
Yeah,
now.
you're absolutely right. But here's the thing though. I'm looking at Apple's behavior in the last year.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that within 5 years, they're probably going to let you change the browser because they're going to have to conform.
They're also getting a bunch of like antitrust lawsuits against them.
Yeah.
But why? What do you mean?
For their Google is too actually for their control over the app marketplace.
So they're like
their
they're
marketplace? I don't understand that stuff.
So,
That
but
stuff
the point is,
confuses
that there are consumer protection laws where you say, like, oh, well, you can't not let Sony in on here. So I'm not even going to entertain that scenario. And I can absolutely see.
Okay, oh yeah, okay. That's probably the more outlandish one. To be fair, like that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they could do it, they would be smart, but they probably can't.
Here's a weird-
and they might not.
Here's a weird thing that
They probably
happened. Netflix took away AirPlay support on iOS.
There you go.
because I'm convinced that they're going to do a mobile only package.
Well, their response was that since Apple opened up AirPlay to third-party TVs and stuff, that they can't guarantee the quality of their programming and where it's going on other. But those TVs have apps too.
Yeah, no, it's
Netflix is on those TVs
Yeah,
too.
no, it's absolute. It's an absolute cover. I'm convinced that by the end of the year they will announce a mobile only plan. It's going to be significantly reduced, and it's only going to be on devices 7 inches or smaller, whatever. It's gonna
Okay,
be.
here's the last thing. No one can predict 10 years out. It's impossible. If you look back at predictions from 10 years ago where we would be right now, everyone was wrong. So
Can I make a transitionary comment?
You get the last word, Matt.
Well, no. This is like
I'm giving you the last
I
word.
require feedback. 1 second.
But I don't want to talk for another 10 minutes. So I'm giving you the last word. Make your point, and
No.
we'll close.
With
Well, we can
Microsoft,
feedback off there.
doing this thing on the Switch, I don't think that their main focus is the Switch. I think they're just getting their foot in the door. Their main focus, in my opinion, is more than likely the Xbox and or the PC.
Okay, I feel.
And
like
I would say that that's indicative.
I feel like that supports my point.
No, what are you talking about? Like I said earlier, they want to be everywhere, but I can't see them giving up the hardware.
Because we're in a hardware centric state. Like we're in a hard.
Maybe
like,
the console might be the controller.
Yeah. Have you? Did you hear about what the Google Splenda
the
controller is going
Stadia,
to do?
the Stadia, yeah, it can do a whole bunch of shit.
The controller itself has a Wi-Fi connection.
Okay.
So the controller itself can go into your network and it's
Okay.
going to run the game.
No, but that's still a box. It's still the same thing. It's just a different form factor.
But-
I can't see them giving up.
but hey,
they have
Xbox-
They own that spot. Why would they give it up?
Xbox with a controller in a box,
Yeah.
or Google with a controller. Which one? And that is a cost entry point. You have to pay money to have that.
You have to pay money to have that controller.
No, hold on a second. If you go to somebody who doesn't have a console and say, hey, pay $300 for this box,
Yeah.
and then pay for the game,
Yeah.
and then pay for the service to play online,
Okay.
or you go to Google and say, here's a controller,
Yeah.
pay for just a service,
Assuming
stream
that's what it
through-
is.
Yeah, stream it through your TV.
Which costs a lot of money for the
What do
internet.
you think you're gonna get more people in?
No, but there's certain things you already have. Most people already have a TV. They already have internet, and
What
they,
about
they
good
usually
enough internet? And,
Well,
and good enough
well,
internet with a
regardless.
good
All right,
router,
Regardless,
too.
wait. Regardless, this is for the people who can actually stream games.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you still have a big entry point.
He's talking 10, 12 years from now.
yeah.
Broadband's going to be in a lot more places by then.
And while it's completely doable right now, I'm gonna bring up my brother as an example. He lives in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
His condo, 250 down, 250 up.
Okay.
Never fucking budges on the internet.
Okay.
Never a problem.
Okay.
When Google Stadia was announced, you know what he said to me?
What?
After somebody who hasn't had a console since he left home since the 360. You know what he said to me? He's like,
you have his console.
yeah, I have his fucking PlayStation because he doesn't want it. Because he
Yeah.
doesn't want a console. He doesn't want a box anywhere. He goes to me, he's like, this is an opportunity for me to get back into console gaming.
But like that-
He's like, I have my device in front of me already, and I have a TV which can do this.
Yeah.
Give me a controller, I will pay to play games
How
again.
many people who want to game on a console are refusing to have a box on the shelf? How many people? Like, what's the market for that?
Matt, the point is though, we're also like,
We
again,
didn't. We
10 years from-
smartwatches were supposed to replace smartphones, according to some people's prediction.
That goes
Smartwatches
to
are
my
not
point,
doing
but
well.
you can't predict it.
Yeah. Well, also here's the thing though, like
the Apple Watches do.
like
Well, that was kind of outlandish in my opinion. Anyway, but even then,
like the prediction might not be accurate. Might not be exactly like,
Yeah.
4 years watches are going to dominate and phones are going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like that, like the timing might be off.
Okay.
But the prediction still might be in that direction. Like it might not be perfectly synced up.
I think Adriano's right too that let's say it is 10 years from now. Let's say broadband's in a lot more areas
Yeah.
and people have internet access that can actually stream games.
okay.
Are you going to buy a $300 box or are you just going to play it on your Chrome web browser?
No, but it might not be $300. That's my whole thing. I agree.
But if you're buying a physical piece of hardware, it's going to
Yeah.
cost something.
Yeah.
no, but if it has no local computing in it, it might be like a Chromecast, but it's not it's the XCast.
Well,
for
okay,
Xbox.
if you consider that a console, then yeah.
that is a console. That's a box.
But if you consider that a console, then yes, you are correct. I do believe that a simple dongle might be available.
You know why they want that though is because they control that.
But
They
they-
control
but-
that market, so they keep up with the PlayStation Plus and that type of thing. They want that money. That's millions of dollars, millions thrown away just because they want to compete on a platform where everyone's already fighting.
No, but here's the thing: you might access more players via a web browser than you can selling a
I
dongle
think they'll have
or
that
console.
too. But there's also the mentality of let's think about this. We all have multiple consoles and or computers with them and all that. Like we have a lot of fucking hardware.
And I'm
All of
ready
us
to
do.
throw out half of them.
All right, you're gonna throw out half of them. That's great, and play Division 2. But anyway, you're gonna throw out half of them. But like we're also we're also aware of all this. The layman who doesn't understand any of this, like I was trying to explain. You remember we were playing with Alex last night. He did not believe that I was playing with him. He thought I was on the Xbox, and I was like, I'm on a computer. He's like, what? And I had to like explain to him like I'm on a computer. I'm just chatting with you on Xbox. But those type of people, just because they're not techies, are going to buy the Xbox dongle.
No, but people understand what Netflix is.
Yeah.
And so in 10 years from now, again, we're talking 10 years.
A lot of guys use the Xbox
for things
that.
like Stadia and PlayStation Now and whatever Microsoft does to have existed for 10 years now.
Yes,
People are going to be used to streaming games.
but when they stream
And
it,
so-
wouldn't it make more sense for them to
No.
exclusively stream or at
no.
least try to?
Why?
How
do you mean?
does-
You're getting the same quality of service whether you play it on a box or you play it on Stadia.
But you're flooding the market. Is the issue now?
Who is?
Like right now on the consoles you have more or less two big boys. I understand there's a Switch, but let's just say PlayStation and Xbox. You have two big boys. They're competing. They have some exclusives and they have some exclusive services that will bring you one way or the other. And then the hardware is also a factor, right? On the PC right now, it's dominated by Steam for the most part, but other big boys in the space are generally the publishers and or other developers. So like Epic Games, Blizzard, like or Battle.net, whatever. All those ones, Bethesda, all those guys do not have a console and never did. They dominate the space on here. What's stopping them when there's too many launchers from saying, all right, fuck all this. I'm pulling everything. We're not on Xbox. We're not on Switch. We're not on anything. We're only on Uplay. We're only on this. You would be stupid to be other places. Why would you ever go to somebody else? Epic Games are only available on Epic Launcher. That's what's going to happen. Because now they have a proverbial set-top box. They control it.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But then that's going to create more divide, and the prices are going to go up. Because now they're no longer competing. They're no longer competing.
My nephew is almost 11 now.
Okay.
And I tell you when he wanted to get, he bought an Xbox and he's like,
you bought an Xbox on Boxing Day or something.
He bought an Xbox because he fucking wanted one or whatever. And he was like, I want to get Overwatch. I'm like, oh, that's good. Like, Overwatch is fun. You might like that. I'm like, I want you to know, bud, like, you and I are not going to play together.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? He's like, we're playing Overwatch. You're like, no, like, that's not how that works. Like, you can't, I mean, we're not going to be playing just because I'm on, like, I have Overwatch and you have Overwatch. It's two competing things. He's in a state of mind right now. He's young enough, but he plays enough games where he thinks that everything is available everywhere. And it really took him back.
Strange.
But that's
because he started with Switch, so that's strange.
But that's where he's at though. Like where he thinks like, I'm picking up a screen, I should be able to get whatever. Like this is a kid who launches YouTube and Netflix on any device, and all his stuff is there.
Yeah.
So he immediately went to that with games.
Okay.
So like that mentality is going to roll forward.
But when you say
as they become the dominant game player base,
wouldn't you say that that's indicative of what I just said though, where Origin locks it down and says I ain't going on anything else. Like Netflix originals, maybe they get printed on some DVDs and Blu-rays occasionally, but they're not on Prime Video. So in other words, if Netflix hypothetically becomes all Netflix originals and Prime becomes all Prime originals, they're not really competing all that much.
Yes, you are. You're competing for screen time.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's always the case. What I'm saying right now, though, is Xbox and PlayStation, they don't have much skin in the game. They got some devs, but their big moneymaker is the PlayStation. The big moneymaker isn't Naughty Dog necessarily. Naughty Dog makes a bunch of money and also sells consoles. You're saying that, it'll be utopian. Everyone will just stream all the time.
No.
It'll be fucking great. No, there's going to be some lockdown that happens if they do that.
Correct.
So prices are going to go up.
Okay,
Yeah.
but how does that negate Adriano's point?
I'm saying like these as you know it
Yeah.
are going to be like gone.
There will just be virtual consoles
Yeah.
on your computer, and you have to open the PlayStation app to play PlayStation
PlayStation
games.
games.
No,
That's it.
what I'm saying is I think that doesn't work.
Why not? It's just
no.
but
Think about this. Right now, you have an
virtually.
Xbox. That virtually. But what use is it virtually? Think about that. Right. What use is that?
App,
Seriously.
the PlayStation app, and then I'm giving money to PlayStation.
But what use is that virtually? If you play open right now, we're looking at it.
Yeah.
What use? Okay, Uplay or Ubisoft is putting Assassin's Creed games on the Xbox. Okay. Now the Xbox, the hardware, disappears and it becomes the Xbox app exclusively. There's a rehaul to the existing Xbox app, and everything's in there. It would be smart for Ubisoft to pull all their games from that.
Yes, it would. It would. And you know what? You know what Xbox is doing now to prepare for that?
What? They're buying a bunch of studios.
Exactly. They're gearing up to get their own lockdown content. So then, when all these companies are pulling stuff, when Anno gets pulled,
Yeah.
and Borderlands gets pulled, they will have their content ready to put down in their own ecosystem.
Netflix is a perfect example. They started off with having a bunch of third-party content,
Yeah.
and then they started building up their own first-party content because they know
That people
what was
are gonna-
going to happen.
Yeah.
Disney just pulled all their content from
Yeah.
Netflix, made their own competing streaming platform. It's the same scenario. They locked down all their stuff onto Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get super expensive.
It's
It's
going
not,
to
though.
Like $60 a
It's
month.
going to
No,
get
no.
expensive if you're subscribing to everything.
Look what just happened, Matt.
Yeah, but
wait, Matt.
we
Netflix is
essentially do that right now.
Not everyone. I don't subscribe to everything.
No. What I'm saying is we essentially do that in the association. Like we do that by right now we're playing the Division 2. Right now it's a question of, are you getting on a PlayStation or Xbox on PC? Now it's going to be like, okay, everyone's on PC maybe. Okay, sure, that's fine. Or maybe it's all crossplay, whatever. Doesn't matter. But now it's also going to be a question of, what launcher do you have? Oh, I don't pay for Uplay, so I can't play that.
But also crossplay though is
No.
something
What are you talking about?
that
Crossplay into
they've
what? They pigeonhole themselves. Uplay only sells on Uplay now.
But we don't know if they're going to have crossplay within those.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is Tom Clancy's the Division 2.
Yeah.
Or Division 3 if it releases in 10 years. Like, let's hypothetically say this all happens in 3 years. Or 10 years, sorry. That will not happen. That will only exclusively be available on Uplay.
Then we will buy it on Uplay.
You play
No,
on Uplay.
but if we're doing the streaming service, now we all have to pay $15 a month just to play this. Is what I'm trying to say. Now we have to. Now it's going to be $70 a month
But
because you
then-
have to buy Origin, Steam, GOG, Bethesda, Uplay, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation.
if there's one of these clients who I can see
Battle.net.
going not doing what I'm saying they're going to do, would be GOG. GOG would be the
Well,
only one not to
sure,
do that because their
sure,
whole thing
but-
is DRM free gaming.
But do you understand
Matt,
that this is
Matt,
not going to be like
Matt, but-
now you're going to be pigeonholed even more
No,
now.
but you're talking from a consumer standpoint here.
Yeah, I'm a consumer.
It is better for the companies to lock you into one platform, have you pay them $15 a month.
I know I am talking as them. Yeah, I know.
That's
I
what
am
Adrian was talking about. In 10 years, it would be a better scenario for them to be in to offer their own games on their own platform that you have to pay them for.
But it's also that way now, and they have to sell you a box.
But they also are reaching a much broader audience by being
Yeah.
on TVs and computers and phones.
Like if it's all streaming, some of it like it depends on whether I think the thing that hinges on that, and the reason why I'm a skeptic is that we don't have evidence yet of gaming specifically being streamed popular in the popular zeitgeist. Movies in that, yes, but movies in that has always been like you just like play it, who gives a fuck?
You're absolutely right.
And probably piracy has to do with a lot of that,
The
by
whole
the way.
streaming future could absolutely fuck up and fail. And if that's the
For
case,
games, yeah.
if that's the case, and Sony has a box ready to go, they're good.
Yeah.
because they're going to sell you the PlayStation 5 and 6 and be like, look, guys, fucking we have a PlayStation now.
Yeah.
And because Xbox and Google fucking failed on the streaming service front, guess what? We're set.
Like, are you guys gonna get
But
Stadia?
what do you think is
I can't.
more?
If you had internet, would you?
Yeah.
But then what are you playing on there? What are you playing on there then?
wait.
Like, this is a whole fucking thing now.
I didn't mean to jump in right in. Yes, I need to see what they're offering first. And all we've seen is like Assassin's Creed.
Okay, what if it's all the Ubisoft games, hypothetically? You gonna jump in there? And then you're gonna get rid of the Uplay app? And you're just gonna use Stadia?
Yeah, I probably would, yeah.
You would just use Stadia?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But then then eventually when they pull their games, if they do, hypothetically, now we got a problem.
like Matt.
No, as a consumers we have problems, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
Matt,
that's what I'm talking about.
Matt,
We're not talking about what is the utopia.
Become
we're
a
talking
woodworker, boys.
Matt, we're talking about basic dollars. If you take a sample pool and you go, hey everyone, get a controller, subscribe to Google, or get a controller in a box and subscribe to Microsoft, that box is gonna cost you $150 to $300. Like, it's pretty fucking simple. Like, what do you think is going to happen in the marketplace?
It would be identical to what happened with streaming services. It's like, oh great, I can cut my cable bill, which I was paying $140 a month, and now I just had to pay $10 for Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, but then Prime comes out, and then Apple TV Plus comes out.
No, that's
and then
exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly
it's
what
going to
I'm saying.
happen, but with games.
Come to Woodworker, boys, or I'm only playing on
All
GOG.
right, we need to
over
go.
it.
We need to go. Thanks for listening. If you are still listening, and shout out to that guy who commented
On YouTube.
on our YouTube channel. Yeah, and me and Matt stream games on the Wednesdays.
On the Wednesday?
at 8 p.m. ish.
Eastern time.
So subscribe to us there. We got 10 subscribers now. Pretty good.
Followers?
Followers. They subscribe though.
No, the
So you
subscribers are something
technically-
different.
It's the same idea. What? Yeah. All right. See ya.
Peace.